Gas prices may spike to an all-time high. I know you're cringing. I'm cringing. Analysts say the average could soon top $4 a gallon. That's the average, I think, is what is so telling. Josh Levs, of course, here with us to talk this through. So what the heck is going on?
Always the bearer of good news. Yeah, and we talked earlier that analysts are saying Chicago, some other places could potentially see $5.
Oh, my goodness.
Again, it's unbelievable what we're talking about. So here's the basic idea. You know what's spiking gas prices? A lot of the stories we talked to you about. Think of gas prices as like a dartboard. It just catches a lot of the stories. They hit it, impact it. In 2011, we had the highest average for the year ever. Let's break this down. What's happening to your money? This is what determines gas prices here. The biggest factor by far is crude oil. Just how much of each dollar goes to crude varies, but it's always the biggest. Next, you have refining. That's where the oil companies make a lot of their money. Then comes distribution and marketing. That includes the money the gas stations make. Finally, taxes. Those vary by state. So that's where your dollar goes. Now, what's been driving prices up? Well, you got a bunch of factors that come together to make that happen. Some of it is increased demand from many countries with growing populations, growing middle class, countries where the economy's been recovering. Also, instability in oil-producing nations like Libya, Yemen, Syria, that led to less oil production. So you've got supply and demand playing out. There are other factors, too. The value of the U.S. dollar, a speculation where people are buying up what are called oil futures. Those can affect the prices. The government says 2012 could be even more eventful. And one big reason there is Iran. Many countries are embargoing its oil now. It's unclear how that could impact prices. Iran's threatening to close the Strait of Hormuz. About a fifth of the oil traded worldwide goes through there. So if the U.S. and other countries keep seeing economic growth, more people driving out there on the streets, they'll need more gasoline. I have a lot more on this for you up on my pages, Facebook and Twitter. Josh Levs, CNN, CNN.com/Josh. So, Christy, basically, we're talking about a perfect storm that could come together and bring us these bigger prices.
All right, but just hit us with it. I mean, give us a number so
I
we know what to expect. And I know that it's hard to do that because you're prognosticating, but...
Right.
What are you hearing?
And I will say there are some analysts out there who are a little bit more hopeful that the oil prices could actually come down. But when you look at what the national average is expected, we have analysts telling us to get ready for national average around 425, and that's by spring.
My goodness.
And then by summer, you get into Memorial Day, even more people driving. That's when these really high prices, like maybe even up near $5 a gallon, could happen in some cities.